How was that? Huh? Check that out. That's the WTL, the Woods Ball Tournament League. I created that in 2008. I didn't even know what I was doing. I didn't even know what paintball was. But I said, I got an idea, and I ran with it. I want you guys to do the same thing. Whatever you guys want to do, run with it. Take care of it. Do it. Make it happen. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. So here's the concept. I didn't know anything about paintball. Gary Bigham from Paintball Photography was kind of like my guiding force. And I said, I know there was the SPPL and there was the NPPL. And I said, but there was nothing for the people in the middle, like the rec ball players. And I said, we got to do this at Hollywood Sports at SC Village. And he goes, I'm not behind you, because he wanted to see if I was serious. And I got everybody together, and we did it. 7-man, 7 minutes, rec ball field. We did MPPL refs. We were on like every magazine that was out there. It blew up. So from 2008 to 2014, it was the WTL before this other thing happened with me. Anyway, you guys listen. I love paintball, and that's why we're doing these shows. That's why we're doing these informational things. Like today, we have this roundtable, part deuce. And the reason that we are here today is because of Joseph over here. You see this guy, Joseph?
This guy.
So Joseph says to me last month, he goes, I want to do a show, like a roundtable kind of thing to teach new players this. And I'd like to do maybe something once a month. And we'll come up with topics, and we'll have all these people give all this information and all this like life experience. And I said, where do I sign? What do I do? So look at Mr. Hollywood over here. Check this guy out, right?
It's just a Bucky shirt.
Dude, rocking it. You belong over here.
People don't know what Bucky's is. No.
Dude, I don't know what a Bucky is anyway. What is that? Is that like a feed store?
The next time you come to Texas, David, I'll show you what Bucky is.
All right, you show me a Bucky. Is it like a feed store or something?
It's like
Like the Walmart of gas stations.
Exactly. Walmart and gas stations.
I'm in. Okay, you guys. So listen, the reason that we're here tonight is, again, because of Joseph. And Joseph said, listen, I'm really into our sport. I'm really into the community. And I'm really into giving back. And so is it possible we can do this kind of, this kind of roundtable thing? And I said, yeah, let's do it. I said, you're in charge, brother, man. You get the people. We'll use my platform. And we'll do it. So tonight, we're missing somebody, right? Are we missing Wolf?
We're missing Wolf.
Wait, what's that mean? Is that your?
Well, the border's closed. The border's closed.
Oh, that's right. The border's closed. The Wolf.
It's like Deuce Wolf.
You're right. So they can't do internet connection because the border's closed. I forgot. Okay. Anyway, so the idea was basically is that we're going to constantly have like a rotating group of people. And last time we had, what was it? We had Ryan, we had B. Who else do we have? You, Joseph?
We had Chris from Under.
Spyro.
Spyro, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So tonight we're going to go around the horn. I'm going to introduce everybody. So again, Joseph, Rambo, Bigham. Tell us who you are and where you're from.
I'm from Texas. I guess Hollywood version of Texas.
Hollywood. We're going to change your name to Hollywood. All right. So Texas, Hollywood, Texas, or just?
No, the Houston area. Sorry.
Okay, Houston. I got it.
I'm just
Okay.
saying, is there really Hollywood, Texas?
There's
There
a Hollywood,
probably is.
Florida.
There's a Paris,
Dude, there's
Texas.
gotta be.
I know
There's a
that.
Hollywood, because it doesn't mean what we've made it into be. It's actually Hollywood, right? It's like Holly. It's like come on, we screwed up the name in LA here. All right. So Cray, is that your stripper name or is that your real name or what do we got?
That's my everything name.
All
My
right.
my Christian name is Emily, but
Hi,
everybody knows me as Cray Cray.
Cray, which is as in crazy.
It started crazy paintballer way back when during speedball, and then I just got lazy. I didn't want to say crazy paintballer, so it just turned into Cray.
I like it, dude.
Cray,
And you're
Cray.
from Kansas City?
Yes.
Fantastic. Well, that's all the time we have. Sorry, Jake. I'm just joking.
We won the Super Bowl.
Exactly. Jake, how are you, my brother?
I'm pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm cool, my brother. So tell everybody who you are and where you're from.
I'm Jake. I am from South Florida.
Hi,
South
Jake.
Florida.
Unfortunately.
South-
Yeah.
What does that
There's
mean? I mean, South Florida. You don't know if
like
someone
Fort
watching from
Lauderdale
Germany-
area.
What?
Fort Lauderdale area.
Fort Lauderdale. Again, if I'm watching
Yeah.
from Germany and have no idea that there's hillbillies in the north and Cubans in the south, where are you in that mixture?
I'm right in the middle. I'm at
Right in the middle?
It's a perfect mix.
I got it. All right, cool, Jake. Ryan Sexton, what's up, brother? Look at this. I've got
What
the
up?
brigade hat. Are we
Hey, I
still?
even wore my brigade shirt today.
Hey,
Oh, I'm gonna go change now.
do we? I got this with when I did my brigade thing. Do we still give these out?
Yeah, hats, shirts, photo ID card, patch. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wait a minute. Did I-
Cool event patches when you go to cool events.
dude,
Which one is
you know what
that?
we do?
That's Battle of Midway. That's in November.
Oh, okay.
Dude, that's we should have like a drinking game every time every time we say brigade, we'll do a drinking game.
That's not
so-
a bad idea.
Okay, so listen. Speaking of that, let's talk about that for a second. Ryan, what is this brigade thing? Give us a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3.
So the brigade is just a group of scenario rec ball players that enjoy going to scenario and big games. It's not really a sponsorship thing. It's just a way to kind of meet fun new people, no matter what game you go to. So you sign up, you get it's a one-time fee. You get the cool hat that David's wearing. You get a shirt. It's not this one. This was our first round. It's a cool cookie dough desert camel shirt right now. You get a big brigade patch and a photo ID card like this.
I have mine somewhere too.
Nice.
And then it's got a number. And so when you go to any one of the numerous patch events that we have every year, you show your ID card, you get you a really cool patch,
Yes.
and we write your number down, and you get entered into the raffle at the end of the year.
Dude, so listen, it's 20.
I got a fancy one.
Wow.
Ryan just sent me.
Achievements. You got achievements. Yeah.
Dude, all right. So you guys, there is several levels for this. I mean, there's like puddle jumpers and like below the equator. What's it? Crossing the equator? Is that another one?
Shell
Yeah.
back.
Shellback, yeah.
Throwback, yeah. And then we have all different kinds of things. It's GI $25, right? And again, it's non-denominational. We don't care who you follow, GI value. We don't care. It doesn't matter. That's not what this is about.
Doesn't matter.
This is all about us getting together as players and getting cool hats. And look at this. This is even off. It's Velcro. You can put your own pat here if you want. And every time you go to an event, you'll get a patch if it's a past event. Sometimes there's even, oh man, look at that. Sometimes there's even barbecues. It's just amazing. Again, it's
That's a really good program.
One-time fee of $25, hat, shirt, patch, and then you're entered into this drawing once a year that's like $15,000 worth of stuff. It's just crazy, okay? So I don't know why not, but there you go. So go check out the Brigade program and or hit up any one of us, and we'll guide you in the right direction. All right, you guys, listen. I'm excited about this because we're calling it this segment is called Back to Basics. And there's a lot of things that, okay, I'll give you an example. I've been playing since 2008. And I kind of like, because of Gary Baum, kind of got fast tracked into where you guys see me today. And in doing so, I have a lot of holes in my history and life. And I couldn't show you, if someone said this is an autococker and this is a whatever, I'd say they both look the same to me. So still, I have a lot of holes. And in doing so.
Did you just hear that, Ryan? Did you just hear that?
Listen, I don't know this stuff, right? I've been playing pistols since 2008. I don't know what all these other things are. So what I'm saying is,
he didn't mean that. He didn't mean that, bud.
No, listen, Back to Basics is just that. There's probably other players out there that don't know anything that maybe.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do. We're going to kind of like, how do you talk to a general? How do you load your pods? How do you run an account? Well, we've got all these people here that are going to fill in these holes. So don't be embarrassed, you guys, and ask a lot of questions in the chat so we can help you out. What's that? Was that a semi? All right. So
my
anyway,
work is texting me.
All right, you guys. So listen, Mr. Rambo.
Sir.
So help me out here. Give me a back to basic. Throw out something so we can all kind of like chew on it.
Well, I wanted to start with, the first thing, and this is something that I learned in public safety. The first thing that always breaks down is communication. I've seen time and time again communication fail. I primarily play scenarios, but I play mech events and speedball and all that. And it's kind of across the board. Communication is the first thing that fails in almost all areas, including paintball. When you're running missions, it's really important and really vital for you to have situational awareness. And that was the other thing I was going to touch base on. You really want to know your rules. You want to know the field, and you want to be able to effectively communicate what's going on. If you don't really have those three things down pat, and you're a mission runner, things can fail. And you don't want to be that person that you're handed a mission card and the commander's not going to be able to depend and trust on you for that mission to get done.
Yeah.
So I think that communication is always the first thing that's failed. In the years that I've been playing paintball, it was the first thing that I've always seen. There's so many different things that can happen, so many different things that can be miscommunicated, and it's really important for you to have that field awareness, that situational awareness, the communication, and you have to know the game rules. You have to know the game mechanics and what's going on. You have to be in the know, if that makes sense. Because if you go out there and try to wing it and you have no idea what you're doing, you're going to cost your team that mission. While that's not the most important thing in paintball, it is kind of like a vital game mechanic and game aspect, knowing what you're doing, basically.
Cool.
So,
all right. Cray, what do you say?
For me, plugging into the general is pretty essential for new players, old players, retired players, for pretty much everybody. And it's usually pretty simple. If it's your first day playing paintball or your 20th year playing paintball, if you walk up to the commander prior game, usually the meet and greet day, the hang, and you say, "Hey, I'm John Smith and I'm playing on your side," I would like to participate with you guys and do this and that. Usually the commander will remember that and plug you in. If you're a brand new player and there's a mission, he might not hand you the mission card, but he's going to put you with the team that's running the mission and make sure that you participate, aka you're learning how to participate and be involved. You're pretty well protected if you're running with a team. Most of the time, especially when I command, and make sure that I have two sister teams. I have two brother teams. Sorry, guys. I have two brother teams, and usually I'll grab them, and they know exactly what I'm planning when I'm like, hey, this is a new player. Take him with you. Make sure that you get this mission run and take care of him. So essentially, you're always going to be involved, and you're going to learn the sport from the scenario from the inside out, and that's mainly what I focus on anymore. I got out of speedball. So in scenario world, that's how new players get clicked in really fast, and in my opinion, that helps grow the sport way the hell faster, because I played Living Legends when I was a speedball player playing tournaments, and had I known to click in with the commander, I would have had a lot better time. I had a great time, but holy cow, like whenever you do that, you feel important, because most new players don't know what they're doing yet, and they wander around, and usually they have no idea where they're supposed to fight. They have no idea what's actually important. I mean, if they even knew, it would be a whole different event for them, because that would make them feel special when they're already experiencing something new.
I like it.
100% agree.
Got it. Ryan, what do you say?
I mean, as far as communication goes, especially at big games, just like everybody else has talked about, but any promoter worth his or her sand knows teams that are at the event. So if you're a beginner player, if you seek out the promoter, who's usually the guy with the mic talking on stage, you know, or wearing a Macho Man costume or something, if you can ask them, they will know teams that are happy to take beginner players along with them and teach them the game.
Right.
Don't be shy about, you know, or intimidated by going into somebody's camp or their staging area where they look real serious because they're all wearing matching gear and they've got, you know, bipods and, you know, all kinds of crazy stuff, right? You know, or custom jerseys, so they're real scary. Don't even worry about that. Go right to the promoter, ask him, hey, what's, you know, I'm new. What's a good team that I might be able to tag along with and learn what's going on? And at any event I've ever been to, there's going to be 4 or 5 teams that will fit the bill. So get plugged in and you'll discover there's so much more to this game.
Don't be shy.
That's the biggest one. Don't be shy. Jake, did we take all the answers away and now you have nothing to say? Poor guy.
No, so all I would add is I don't really play scenario. I play speedball. So communication, of course, is kind of key when it comes to that.
Right.
But I also think it's good because you'll make a lot more friends if you communicate with people just in general, whether it be on or off the field. When it comes to that, so you can get picked up on a team or kind of just make new friends in general. So if you only came by yourself, you know, this weekend, next weekend you'll have a group of guys to go with. I think that makes it a lot more fun.
Yeah.
Do you think, Jake? Do you think it's easier for people to play rec ball at first than speedball because there's a little bit more pressure with speedball? And as far as sometimes the teams are more serious and they're like, you know, the 50, the snake, the Dorito, and people are like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, private parties, then walk-ons, then scenario or tournament.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And even 50 cal, if you really want to start entry, throw 50 cal in there at the first.
All right, cool. All right. Okay, so Jake, so where do you play speedball? In Florida?
Yeah, I play at Extreme Rage in Hollywood, Florida.
And you play, and you play, I mean, are you NPPL, NXL, I'm sorry, throwback. Are you NXL, like level playing?
No, I'm recreational and I manage the local pro shop.
Nice. Very, very cool.
Yeah, just for fun.
All right. So yeah, you guys listen, I think that what these guys are saying is correct. And the biggest one I'm always saying is don't be shy. A lot of times what happens is, well, you know, I mean, let's say you've got 1,000, whatever the number of people are playing, and then you've got a bunch of people that just want to go with their family and they just want to shoot people. They don't have an agenda. But then you actually have people that would like to get involved. And again, sometimes people feel intimidated by the you know, people are all decked out in whatever they're doing. And I've always found that in the rec ball world, people will take you in. I mean, if you just say, "Listen, I don't know, I need help. Come on, follow us, run with us. We'll have a great time." And
Right.
that kind of thing. So just do it. Just go up to somebody and say, "I want to get involved in what's happening. What's this helicopter? What's this mission? What's this stuff?" And you guys listen again. Listening out there in the show, people want you to get involved. People want you to be part of that's what this family is. It's a big community.
Absolutely.
So just do it. Go up.
Don't have guys in dresses. That happens at paintball events. Don't worry about
A
that.
lot.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
skirt. Not a dress. Yeah,
I got some
exactly.
pictures of
I've
some guys in
seen
dresses.
full dresses a lot.
Spyro. Well, I've seen Spyro in a dress a couple times too. So,
Grail.
He does it for fun.
Nice,
for
nice.
fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about this team stuff? Let's say that a team comes in and they want to do like whatever. They're doing the event. Sometimes they want to they don't want to have anything to do with anybody. They just want to kind of like be by themselves and just play. If we're talking out there, you guys, to teams, is it kind of important for teams to feel included in what's going on? Should the captains or to the promoters come up to the team and say, "Hey, we could really use you, at so-and-so," kind of thing? Is it also up to the promoter to kind of help out and get everybody connected?
I think it's more on the team commanders, whoever's generaling or XOing both sides, because the promoter's got a lot going on. I haven't promoted a game. I know Ryan has his thing that he does, and I can be under a great impression that Ryan's got a lot going on when he gets there. Not that he's not available, but I think you should be able to, if you want to be involved, like we said, don't be shy. But I think it would be more on the commanders and the XO to go around and, try to not necessarily recruit, but socialize. That's what paintball
right.
is. It's
Right.
a giant, we're a giant family. And this
Right.
is all about the camaraderie that comes behind it. That's
Right.
why I love doing it, because Friday night before the game, we walk around and we hang out with everybody.
Nice.
That would be the time to go do that.
Okay.
Saturday morning, to go say, hey, if y'all are blue or red or green or purple or whatever color, if y'all are interested in running missions, just come see me at the headquarters, and I've got no problem handing out a mission. 9 times out of 10, most of those hospitals or the headquarters are the response points. So these players, or at least in scenario ball, these players are coming up anyway, and they're like, "Hey, can I do anything?" Or, "Hey, where do you need me?" And I know that the last game that I XO'd for Pimp, he we would trade off, and when players would come up, it was G.I. Joe actually. When players would come up, I'm like, "Hey, I need you over here," or, "Hey, I need you over here," or,
Nice.
"I need this mission done." So, and that falls back to the communication part.
Yeah.
If you, and there are teams out there that like just going and doing their own thing. They just want to go and shoot paint at people, which is fine. They're the resistance force. They're the
Right,
hot force, And then there's people that actually want to get into it and do missions and just do what's needed to get done. And I don't want to take away the fun from anybody. If you want to just go shoot people, hey, I need an Op 4 over here. Go take the city back, or go take this bunker back, or go take this point back. If you want to run missions, do it.
One of the things of getting plugged in, show up early, stay late, camp, if you're camping, camp, and participate in off-field activities like
The man contest.
or the lip sync battle, or
lip sync battles coming up.
Right, you'd be amazed at how many friends you'll make out of it off the field if you just participate in some of those other, state contests or there's all kinds of other stuff at a lot of these events. Just participate and it'll happen organically. I mean, you'll just meet friendly people and be like, "Oh, hey, I'm blue. You're cool. Yeah, hey, let's go."
Well, and that's how I get a lot of players to divert too. Hey, you're red, I'm blue. Let's hang out for just a little bit. I mean, I don't do that.
Coaching.
Nice. So you guys listen. Also, too, it's interesting that how do I say this? Some people don't take this commanding very serious or the generaling very serious. Sometimes people how do I say this? It's an ego thing for them, and they're missing kind of the big picture of they have such a responsibility when they're going to become a commander or general, whatever else, as far as maybe even 6 months out, as far as promoting, getting people involved, the whole social media aspect. So when the players meet these people, they're like old friends already because they've already we've already, already hung out online kind of thing. And in doing so, they're creating this camaraderie. It's not just showing up because you're on the poster and then going back to the hotel. Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't work that way. Well, it does for some people, but that's not what it's about. What it's about is connecting with the players and people. So you commanders out there or how do I say it? If somebody's bestowed this honor on you of being a general for a game, it's not just showing up and saying, well, I'm here because they're giving me free interest in paint and I'm on a poster. No, anybody could be that.
There's so much more to that, to commanding.
Yeah, because it's free labor.
Yeah.
You're there to make sure the players are having fun. It is literally your job to make sure that win or lose, your players are having fun there. You're essentially, it's your troop.
Yes.
Being a commander is the hardest job, aside from the promoter. No offense, Ryan. But being a commander is not just showing up and handing out mission cards. There's so much more to that. It is and like Cray said, it is your responsibility to make sure those players have fun. Because if they don't have fun, guess what happens? They don't come back.
Correct.
Yep.
Exactly.
That does not grow the sport.
And they don't ever forget that you were the
they
worst
will not
commander.
forget. Exactly. And they're going to be like, I don't want to play. I don't even want to play for that guy or on that side with that guy because of that game 6 months ago where he didn't know what he was doing or he was lazy.
Or he started screaming at us because we were losing. Like, one of the sides has to lose. At every single event, a side has to lose. So you have to accept the fate that there's a good chance, 50-50, that you're going to be the losing side. Do you want to be the losing side where you throw a fit the entire time and blame your troops? Or do you want to be the losing side that, hey, let's just start doing the funky chicken because we need to wait for an insertion and we're all in the dead box.
Right.
Like, you got to figure out what's going to grow the sport and what's going to make you look like a little pissy bitch. I mean,
exactly. But Cray is 100% right. I don't want to be, I mean, winning is nice, don't get me wrong, but I would much rather lose and have fun than win and not have fun.
Right.
Yep.
The whole point of paintball is to have fun. I want to go hang out with my family. And listen, there are teams that, like when we play triple threat, there is 3 different sides going on. And I have friends on each other's side, but I have fun shooting at them. I know they have fun shooting at me.
The whole beating up in the middle or when you recognize their jersey.
It's like, aha, gotcha.
Yeah.
It is so much more of a blast to have fun. I don't care if my friends are on my side or on the other side.
Right.
I'm gonna come after you and I'm like, shot you in the butt.
Right.
It's the fun aspect behind it. It's the camaraderie.
The other
We're
thing
one
too
giant family.
Well, the other thing too is, and you generals out there, or maybe that are your new generals or whatever, don't depend on your CEOs or COs that are like they're supposed to be carrying all the weight. This is like a big connection kind of thing between everybody, and I've seen that with generals where they just want the glory and they want the CEOs to do all the work kind of thing. Listen, you guys, everybody watches what everybody does, and everybody talks about what everybody does, and eventually you're not going to get invited back anymore because you don't have the players in mind. So again, you guys, that's what we're trying to express, that this thing that we have, this community is all about connection and communication and helping each other out. And you know what? It's just not, it might not be the right game for you if you're that selfish. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
I agree.
Darts or something, or maybe even cornhole. Cornhole, something like that should be good for you. Hey, listen, next week, Jake's getting a speaking part.
I'm listening and learning. I don't know much
Jake,
about the scenario world.
Yeah,
so.
he's like, well, in speedball.
No, but Jake, listen.
I'm like a commander. I know that word.
Like,
I've already
we mind our
Jake.
business on our team in speedball. You don't talk to the other guy. I played tournament for the first.
Scream.
You got those commanders who are just like that in tournament play too. I mean, they're there.
To Texas
they
for
exist.
Scenario ball, so
Jake,
get out there.
Have you played scenarios, Jake?
A real one? No, I've only played like.
You so
with,
should.
like,
oh my god,
teams.
it will
me
ruin
too.
me for speedball. I played tournament for 4 years. Coming out the gate, I skipped rec. I skipped scenario. I don't know what was wrong with me. I went straight to speedball. 4 years. and then I just stumbled upon scenario, and it ruined me, dude. Oh, it ruined
You won't
me.
go back. You really
I
won't.
never went
Yeah,
back.
I'll have to check. I'm trying to get to what is the Hawaiian Legends 3.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get out there for that. That'd be
That's
pretty
a
cool.
good one to get your feet wet with. Holy crap! They're
Yeah,
not all
big
like
one.
that.
That one.
Okay, so Jake, I'm going to let you in on a little secret here. If you do show up and you don't have anybody to hang out with, that's not a problem in our sport. And I mean, in our side of the sport.
Nope.
Our side of the sport, when you
Yeah.
come there and people are like, yeah, like this, I know that can be a problem on your side of the sport sometimes because everybody's like cliquish, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, the
Yeah.
speedball guys are kind
Well,
of
you
like,
have to be. In speedball, you have to be. In scenario, you don't have to be. So it's not that they're cliquish. In speedball, you have to be because you have to have your clicks call signs, which is what they call out for their positions. In scenario, you can't be like that because your team gets separated and you're always meeting up with new people. So you have to have a universal tongue. In speedball, that actually is your demise. So it's not that they're cliquish. It's that's how you win the points match.
You have to be a tight knit group
Yeah.
in speedball because
Right,
you
but
have
I
to be on
yeah.
the same point.
but if we do a scenario event and I pay my money, I can just walk in and start playing with you guys. You can't do that with the tournament thing.
No.
There's already a team,
Yeah.
and there's no like
No.
pickup games or
No,
like
because that team's been practicing for months and months
exactly
and
right,
months for that
exactly
event.
right. So
And they all have to basically be,
Yeah.
linked.
It sounds bad to say they're cliquish, and I know you don't mean it, but for everybody listening, all the scenario players, they're like, yeah, speedballers are cliquish. No, it's not that. It's you have to be. So I know you didn't mean it, but I don't want people listening to be like, yeah, speedballers, they're cliquish.
Well-
No, that's how you play that side efficiently. Am I wrong, Jake? Am I wrong?
No, yeah, you're right.
see,
Okay.
he said no. He said no. He said
I'm a
no.
female. I like to hear that shit.
It's a Florida thing. We say no, yeah. It means
He
yeah.
said no. He said no. And I'm just joking. Anyway, the other thing too is with speedball. A lot of times, how do I say this without getting beat up by Cray Cray? Sometimes in speedball, you're not out until the ref says you are. How about that? Right? Is that a proper way of saying it?
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, sorry, Jake, though.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm listening.
Okay, so and also too, there you might have a little bit of overshooting because in speedball you have to make sure the person gets out, right? So again, and people won't tolerate that in rec ball. You know what I'm saying? There's like people you say, hey, I'm out.
You get a judge punch for that in our world, but it's just two different ways to play paintball. It's just a tool
A judge
in
punch.
two different universes.
I've been
Like, you're
judge
talking
punched
about
for listening
baseball
to a
and
ref.
football here.
Right. No, I'm with you 100%. Jake, how do you feel? Good? You feel better? We're including you now.
Yeah.
We love
Listen,
you, Jake.
I'm here to learn. That's it. That's
All
what
right.
I'm here for.
That's cool. No. Listen, you guys. Listen, if you ever go to Florida, South Florida, and you run across Jake at the pro shop, what's the name of the pro shop?
Splat Attack Paintball.
Okay, so he'll help you out, and he won't make you feel
Yes.
cliquish, and he'll let you hang out with them. All right,
Yes, no problem.
That's
all right, cool. All right, Joseph, how are we doing so far?
Doing pretty good.
Nice, dude. What else do we got?
Well, we got to let Jake talk about his. I know that, and Ryan. I don't know if they both got around to that.
Did we wait, what do we? Oh wait, their topics. Talk about their topics.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So Ryan, what do we got?
Just going super basic, going to a ton of events every year. You always see plenty of people running around like this. They don't know how to fill their pods correctly. So we're going way, way, way basic with this tip. And it's really, really that simple. Not only does it make you quiet, so you might be able to actually sneak up on somebody.
It does make you quiet.
People hearing you from 100 yards away. But it also keeps your paintballs in better
Jake
shape.
knows about that. Jake knows about that.
Right.
Yeah.
So what you do is you get your paintballs in there. You throw some more. Now there's a trick to this. That's why this is the tips and tricks. So you got to have a little extra in there. Cup your hand, shake it. Then when you close it, it's quiet. There you go. And you got
Wow.
10, 15 more shots in there. You might kill another person. So
I got one. Listen, I got one. The
how to kill
same,
your pods.
you guys, when I play rec ball, it's the same thing, right? The newbies come up to me and they go, "Oh, you're so cool." And then I grab their pods in the front and I shake it and I say, "Can you hear that?" And they said, "Yeah." And I said, "So can I." So what you need to do is you need to take care of it. What I tell them to do is get paper towels and to carry it with them and put them inside there. And then like it will actually act as an absorber, because I'm always worried what Ryan just did. And again, I don't know, because I only use pistols. Is that denting the ball? Is that dimpling the balls? Is that crushing them? There's too many.
That's why you shake it. It's packing the ball in there.
So when you look, like you can see how the paintballs have formed like a pattern,
Nice,
right?
nice.
Settle.
The pods are engineered to fit the exact amount of paintballs a certain
dude.
way. So all you're doing, you can see how there's a pattern.
Yeah.
What you're doing, and then the lid puts just a little bit of pressure on the top layer, and it just holds everything still. And
Dude.
you're not there. If you have you don't want to leave your paint in your pods like that under pressure for a month. But
No, of course not.
for the hour you're out on the field, it's
Really?
Oh, really? Yeah. Great.
Oh, you're not supposed to leave them in there for 6
I didn't
months.
know that.
Yeah,
it's
some of
crazy.
those, flat spots will stay flat if you leave them in there for a long time.
You know what? It's
I still
fantastic.
have mine from Beach Bash.
Oh wow.
It's good paint, right?
It's a, you know what? It's a great idea. And this is for, again, for hopper fed kind of things, right? This is not for, like, obviously I wouldn't care about pistols or mag fed kind of thing, but for hopper fed, because I'm going to be actually popping the lid and popping all of that into my hopper in the first place. So I'm not going to actually be carrying it that long. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's, you know what? That's a fantastic idea. And I think I'm going to tell the players when I see them for the rec ball games to do that. I didn't know. Okay, see that? I told you I have a lot of holes in my history, and that's like I didn't know there was like this science to it. That's
And see, this is the point. This is why we do this.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see players running around with 3 half-full pods.
yes.
Turn into 2 full pods that don't shake and don't make noise. There you go.
Dude, that's cool. Jake, what do you carry? Like 18 pods, 20 pods? What do you carry?
I carry 4.
You carry 4.
Yeah.
And what do you play? Do you play snake, back? What do you play?
To be honest, I play whatever. I like to jump in on games. Again, I don't have a lot of friends that play. I just kind of go and play and jump in with like random customers that will be there and whatnot. So
Nice.
I play whatever's needed, but I like to play aggressive. So whatever it is, I end up generally moving up. So
Very cool. All right. Okay. And what do you think? I mean, do the speedballers use the same kind of technique that Ryan just said?
Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm hearing more of the loose paintballs in my head when I hear people running. But but yes, they should. I mean, I sold probably.
You shouldn't hear that.
Yeah, I sold probably 1,000 pods last month, and I didn't know they were engineered to have that pattern, which is pretty
There you
cool.
go.
So
There you go.
you learn something new every day.
It's more. It's actually more important for the tournament players to do that correctly, because their markers and the paint they shoot at higher end tournaments is more fragile. So if you leave a lot of extra room and the balls can shake like that, and run around and dive in, you're going to break paint in that pod, and then it's just the balls are shot. You're not going to dump that into your hopper, because then you're just going to scoop everything. So it's even more important in tournaments.
Well, and you bunker way more, obviously, in speedball. So if you're running down the tape, down the Dorito side, and I hear ka-chink, 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 I'm just going to pop out and shoot, because I know somebody's running at me. You shouldn't hear that when you're behind a Dorito. So, actually, that's when I learned how to pack a pod. Now, mind you, I skipped everything and went straight to speedball, so I don't know if that was the correct thing to do, but yeah, I think it's more important, actually.
Nice. Well, listen, you guys, speaking of basics, there might be people out here that think that we're talking about food products and animals when we talk about Doritos and snakes. So
bunker names.
Can we tell everybody what we're talking about, please?
Bunker names.
Well, what's a bunker? I mean, again, you guys, back to basics. Like, you don't know nothing.
So depending on depending on what type of rec ball field you're playing, you could be playing hyper ball, you can be playing air ball, you could be playing X ball. Every one of those structures that are in front of you is a bunker. And it could be the snake, it could be the ladder, it could be the mid, the 50, it could be a Dorito. It just depends on the shape of it. Now, when I started playing mech ball, And when you play mechanical ball, we changed a little things up because we played with a lot of experienced players that have been playing for like 20 years. So we came up with our own bunker names. And a lot of teams do that because if you call it the same generic name,
Right.
then the other team's going to know, okay, well, they know we just moved up to the 50, or they know that we're in the snake, or they know that we're in, we have one that we called a tree. It just, so we change things up. We're calling it a tree. The other team's calling it Bob Marley. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just, some people will refer to it as generic names. A little bit more experienced players will change it up to where they have their own thing. They've been practicing for 6-8 months for this event, and the whole team knows what I'm saying if I say, Frito-Lay or Bob Marley, or whatever we come up with.
Right.
So,
and you guys,
even a more basic level is, even if you don't know the names of the bunkers for the smaller fields, use football terminology. You don't have to know that the triangle-shaped bunker over there is called.
Use yard lines.
You can yell the right 20, so it's just 20-yard line, 40-yard line. It's just like a football field where there's our 20-yard line, their 20-yard line. You just call the right 20, the left 20. That gives at least the other players a basic idea of what you're talking about.
Exactly. And what does this mean?
What does what mean?
The tape. When you say the tape.
Out of bounds.
The sidelines.
The
sidelines, right? Okay, cool. Again, I don't know if people are going to be looking for tape on the ground. You know what I'm saying?
So
I don't.
If you hear someone say the term running the tape or I'm on the tape, it basically means they're running up the sideline of the field.
Nice.
So.
Okay. And you guys, I know what they're talking about. I'm just, again, doing back to basic things, but you guys, that's what's cool about speedballers, that they can apply this when they start playing rec ball games or when they start playing scenario games, because they can kind of like that's how their brains work. These tournament guys, is they map out everything. They actually, before these like NXL events, they actually show you online what the map looks like, what the field looks like. And so the same thing, these guys have that in their brains, so they can go like, I can dive here, I can do that. And also a lot of tournament guys, they're more in, I'm not going to say, maybe they're a little bit more active than some of our other
aggressive. Jake, there you go. Be aggressive.
Yeah.
Then our guys that are like, maybe, oh, this looks like a good place to camp, I'll hang out here. Right. This exactly. So that's kind of cool when they bring that element in. I've played with Ollie and Greenspan and a bunch of other guys at all these different tournament or places that I go to, and you can see the difference when they play. You can see, because their mind is set up for that kind of thing, and they take over buildings. And other people are like, well, I don't know, I'm going to get shot. They don't care. Listen, you guys, if you get shot, you go back out and respawn, right? You just keep on playing.
You don't die. It doesn't kill you. It's
so
great.
That was one of the things that Jake wanted to talk about, was being aggressive. And even in scenario ball, you don't want to be that person that's basically camping out at the hospital or camping out in the back, because in scenario ball, that's not going to get you anywhere. You're just going to sit there and basically be lobbing paint at him from 80 yards away.
Right.
You're not going to have any fun doing that. So,
right. You're making the field lots of money. You know what I'm saying?
Though, I do need to be the devil's advocate here.
Okay.
Because I'm typically an aggressive player. My team is full of usually younger people. So we're usually running like batshit crazy. But there are times where that does not pay off. So if you have a line and you have 20 guys camping on that line, and then you have 10 guys just like, let's go push the other side, and all 10 guys get shot, guess who's there to keep that freaking line where it's at? Those 20 guys that were like, we're out of shape. We don't feel like going anywhere.
Right.
Those are the guys that's going to stop the other guys from bum rushing past.
I got it. No, and that's the cool thing about
you need both. You need
both. Yeah.
In our rec ball scenario world, we have that. Basically, anybody can do whatever they want. But in the speedball world, you guys pretty much have assignments. There's the back player, the snake player. You know what I'm saying? The 50, that kind of thing. And so, we basically don't have that assignment. I mean, people just like whatever their personality is. I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to run like this, and like Big Country. Do you know who Big Country is? Do you know? No.
No.
You're all staring at me. Okay, well, he's a scenario player from Michigan, and he's just a big guy. And his attitude is just watch this, and he'll just start running at people and stuff. And you love to see people like that. They just go crazy. So
So
yeah.
Jake, what's the benefit of being aggressive on an airball field? I think that's what you were getting at.
I think it kind of catches people by surprise. Sometimes they might. I guess it depends on the team and if you know them or not. But especially when it's like just a big group of random people that play speedball, not everyone's expecting you to be aggressive. Especially when you get like 1 or 2 kills, then you can really kind of bring that, I think, aggressiveness out and kind of move up. It also makes it a lot more fun. I mean, like the worst that's going to happen is you're going to get out. So
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, so what else we got? What's another topic?
Pads.
Pads.
Knee pads.
Knee pads.
Knee pads.
Knee pads.
Yeah.
Knee pads.
Yeah.
Yes.
My
Wear-
team,
wear
every
them.
team I've ever run, and I'm a bossy person, so I knew that from the beginning. I've never played on anybody else's team. It's always been mine. I have always beaten that into everybody's head. My speedball team and then my scenario team, and every person, especially my new guys on this, never mind. But everybody that's played on my team ever is knowing what I'm talking about. You play different when you're wearing knee pads. When you're playing speedball, oh my God, I wouldn't let people play tournaments with me if they weren't wearing knee pads. You play different. You play different, play different, you play different. If you don't have knee pads on and then you put knee pads on, you play different. You can play you can be an Ollie Lang without knee pads, and then the minute you put them on, you're a Superman. You completely go up a level because you're more aggressive. You go into them bunkers. If you have to slide, you'll go into a slide. If you don't have knee pads on, 9 times out of 10, if you're not going to make it and you have to slide, you're not going to slide. Or you're going to slide, screw your knees up, and ruin the rest of your weekend or the rest of your day if you're playing speedball. Like knee pads matter, and it's only like $50 to $60. It's a small investment. You spend way more on your hopper, your gun, your mask, your everything else. Knee pads are so important, and I guess it's because I'm in my 30s, but I do not know why every player does not have one in their bag. Look at Jake. He's like, I don't got knee pads.
I'm not gonna lie.
No, I don't. No, I
Put knee pads on. Next time you play, you're gonna be like, man, that crazy witch. She was right. It's different. It's so different, man.
Well, also, you guys,
there's
pants that have it built in, though. Are
nope,
we talking
not
about...
same thing. Mine have it built in. Not same thing.
She's right. You need those extra. You need the extra padding.
That's cool. That's cool. Okay, so you guys, I mean, again, if you guys are, this is back to basics. I don't know if you know that, but there's a lot of these jersey or what's it called, paintball pants or whatever they are. They actually have padding built in kind of thing for the how do I say this, for the Weibel's Rancheros and the other areas and
balls.
The ball, because there's only room for two balls down there. Exactly right. Only room for 2 balls. Okay, so anyway,
I love cray.
Okay. Anyway, so but they also have pads built in. So you're saying cray, so that you have a pair of pants that have knee pads maybe, and then you buy these extra knee pads now.
It is not the same thing.
Okay,
it's totally not. All of my pants have, almost all paintball pants have built-in ones, but my dye pants have actual built-in knee pads, and it is not the same thing. It's completely different. Now it's funny because I put my knee pads on, right? I put my paintball pants on, and it looks like I have like these gigantic, like mechanical knees because my knees are gigantic, and I'm, not a small person. I'm 5'10", but I'm not a large frame person like that. And I definitely look like a fucking weirdo, but I play better. It feels better, and I can hit my knees easier.
Steve is poking at me. Whatever they are, says the man who doesn't wear pants. Yes, I'm the man that doesn't wear pants. Yes, I wear a kilt. But I do wear knee pads. Actually, from my knees up is Hello Larry, or, how do I say it? I wear them traditionally. I wear my kilt traditionally. I'll put it to you that way. So
I'll never forget that.
You wear them the way they're supposed to be worn.
Yes, I am. I'm a Jewish Irish man. Is that what it is? Never mind. Okay. Anyway, so basically what I'm saying is from my knees down is all protected. And so, yes, I do have these knee pads that I wear, and they're very, and you know what comes in? A lot of times when you have to maybe go down behind a bunker or something like this, and you have to bend down and put your knees in there, and you don't want to put it in the stickers and grass and shit like that.
Yeah.
So pads, listen, 100%. My knee pads are different than, You guys, I have the tactical knee pads, so it's like it actually does feel like Superman, where things just bounce on it, kind of thing. Now, what kind are you talking about? Can I go to a Big Five or whatever you guys have? And do you want me to get the what is it called? The volleyball knee pads, or what do I get, Cray? What are we talking?
I mean, honestly, I probably have about 6 pair, and that's just my stuff. That's not even stuff for Pain in the World gear donations, but I have cheap stuff, and I have knee pads that I spent way too much on that my wife doesn't know about. And honestly, it's great having the gigantic mechanical looking knees, but even my cheap, you know.
They're sitting right there in her closet.
I'm looking at my closet. I'm like, there, my knee pads.
I need a knee brace too.
Okay, so
Falcon, they look like volleyball knee pads. They're not.
Right.
There's not much, but even these, I still wear these. The only reason I upgraded is because these cut into my legs, and I don't know why. Because I'm not overweight. But
so Jake mentioned having like basically ace bandages. I will do that. It gets a little hot in Texas sometimes. We don't normally play in the summertime.
Yeah.
But when my team, when we do play, it's normally in the fall or wintertime. I have Under Armour football sliding pants that I'll put on, and then I'll put ace bandage knee pads so my actual Empire knee pads don't cut into the back of my my knee pits.
It's so weird that it does that because there's not that much fat back there. Even if you're overweight, you don't hold fat back there.
But at some point, like I'll just slide those down when I feel like they're getting too much. But I'll wear my Under Armour sliding pants and then ace bandages underneath, just so they don't cut in. So I mean,
should do
Cray
that.
is right.
Nice.
I've done that, and normally 9 times out of 10 works for the weekend. But
even knowing the pain it's going to give me, I accept the little bit of cut in just because it is night and day. I do not like running with people that don't have knee pads. One of my co-captains, Patrick Miller, I know you're listening.
Patrick Miller.
He refuses. There he is right now. I don't have knees. Okay, listen, motherfucker. He refuses to wear knee pads, and I make him run for everything. Now, mind you, I love him. I love him to death. Everything I tell him to do, he does. When I'm like, I don't like running, go run and get that slapstick. He's like, okay, great. And he usually does. But he doesn't have knee pads. And
I like the library book idea.
You would be Superman if you... Yeah, that's what I thought. Stop commenting.
Nice. Okay. Okay. So a basic thing here. I again just use pistols. I mean, I've always looked at it this hierarchy structure of maybe like a slingshot, and then pistols, and then pump, and then maybe like I'm talking about, all the way to maybe like a Pinocchio hopper kind of thing, or maybe even a max loader, kind of. Everybody plays whatever kind of style they want to play, whatever they feel comfortable kind of playing, kind of thing. I'm always thinking though that when a first-time player always comes in, it's usually rec ball that they play, right, Jake? I mean, people usually, except Cray is like completely not the example, because she said she went.
I don't know what happened. I played rec twice, and then I was like, that looks like more fun, and I just started playing speedball. I missed all of it, but
so the average Joe, and even, I don't know you, Jake, but the average Joe, they go to a birthday party, a bar mitzvah, and they get an A5, and they start to play, and they go, this is, and then they start doing the big mistake. I always call it the big mistake. First off, the mistake is not that they drink our Kool-Aid. That's the best thing that can happen to them. The big mistake is that they get in that I need this, and I sell this gun to get this gun. I sell this gun, and then pretty soon they've got they're like eBay or Amazon specialists because they keep on selling all these guns. And can we tell the basic player out there that basically, is there a difference between a barrel, a gun, a something, or is it pretty much a ball's going to shoot at the same FPS as everybody else? Do they need to start going crazy?
So what I kind of tell everyone that comes into the shop, I tell them not to go too cheap, and then don't go more than what they need. So my most suggested gun on the market right now is the Mini GS. I think at the price point, it's got the 2-piece barrel. It's going to be super reliable, super easy to clean. If there's any issues, it's generally pretty cheap to fix. But like I try and get people like don't get the Spider Phoenix. Like if you want an electronic gun, wait a little bit, save up, get that base level gun, because at that point the paint doesn't really. I mean, at least to me, I don't take paint. I take paintball seriously, but at the same time, like I don't care. I play to have fun. I don't play tournaments or anything like that. So paint's paint. A 2-piece barrel is going to be perfectly fine. If you want to buy like a little bit better paint, we have stars like 1 through 5. So if they want to shoot a little bit better paint, they can buy a 3-star case or a 4-star case or something like that if they want to spend a little extra money. But I think it's more about getting a decent starter gun so that you don't waste money on that Phoenix and then have to upgrade down the line and lose $80 on your
15 years
base.
ago. 15 years ago, the Spiders were like the gun. Those were like the upgrades. So they were good.
Not anymore.
But there are guns out there. I'm not going to say better, but there are more improved guns, I should say. I mean, if you're starting off, I would recommend a Tippmann. That was one of the first guns that I started off with after my dad bought me this little plastic. It was like Brass Eagle or something back then. But we started off with these little pump guns in the backyard, and we slowly evolved. And, now 20, 21 years later, I've got all kinds of guns. But I have always told people that you should go into a pro shop, handle the gun.
If they have it.
They have it, handle the gun, see if it's something that fits nice in your hand, that you like it, and then shoot it. You should totally know your equipment. If you're buying a gun, you should know the insides and outsides of that gun. Yeah. Because if it fails and it goes down, you should be able to know how to tech that gun. And if you don't know how to tech, YouTube and Google are your best friends.
Yep. Yeah, but I don't think you should have to know the gun though before you buy it.
Not before you buy it. After you buy it,
especially as a new player. I'm totally. My advice is always go with Planet Eclipse. I do Empire and Planet Eclipse, but and my team. Don't you dare comment anything. I swear to God, guys. I am forever working on my Empire guns. It's just my Planet Eclipse, my 07 Ego was at the bottom of my kid's toy box forever. And I know this sounds horrible, but he played too, and it was his gun. And I needed a gun, and I dug it out of his toy box.
Over in his bed right now.
I know. And it was in there for at least a year and a half because, again, it's his gun. I gave it to him for Christmas, and it's a Planet Eclipse, so you can throw it off a cliff. And sure. I got to the event, I aired it up, and I didn't even grease the fucking bolt. And I just played the entire event. And
it's opposite for me.
I still have my 07 Ego. When they came out, my brother and I went out and got them, and we still have them.
It was the best year.
I don't think I'll ever get rid of that gun. But it's great. But the Empire is
my Empire hasn't worked in years, and this is where the lie comes in. I don't work on my guns. I know that's bad. Everybody's supposed to, but I just, just don't.
Some people have the tolerance for it, and some people don't. I mean,
that was my topic. There he is. Yeah.
Thanks for forbidding me to comment on this topic.
Yeah.
I love you, Patrick.
What was your topic?
Gun maintenance. I think that gun maintenance is super important. It's like probably one of the main things I have. Like on a Saturday or Sunday, I'll have some kid who drives from the field, and he's like, "Hey, my whatever isn't shooting." I'm not gonna like badmouth any guns, but it generally ends up being something stupid. Whether it be like it needs to just be wiped down and lubed, or like a O-ring, and it's like at that point, it's like you don't. I mean, at least me, you don't drive a car without knowing how to work on it. So. Even if it's like, I mean, you could be YouTube certified in anything. Just go online, search your gun, and A&S probably, uploaded a video of it to like a full breakdown. So at that point, it's a lot of time wasted, and it can kind of ruin your day if you spend 2.5 hours in my shop. And then you're, then
you're losing playing time too.
Yeah, and you're losing you're losing most of your day, especially with this whole Corona thing. So, gun maintenance and don't put your guns down because people steal stuff. So always hold on to your markers no matter what. Always hold on to your marker. That's a big thing I tell new players as well. Just in case. I don't want to get them discouraged from the sport. God forbid they have a bad experience.
I agree fully. And coming from a person that is the worst, I don't clean my gear. It's so bad, but I work more than 50 hours a week. It's horrible. But that's an excuse. I have a lot of guns, and that's my problem. When at the field, when the damn Empire stopped working, I just got my ego out of the bag. And if that ever stops working, which it never will, never has, I just get the G-Tech out. So that's my problem. My problem is my backup guns, which are Planet Eclipse, they don't go down. So guess what? That Empire that's been not working is probably just a blown O-ring. It's been more than a year. My backups are tried and true. But Jake, I do agree fully, even though that makes me a hypocrite. But my backup guns just don't quit. So
And see,
No,
I'm kind
okay.
of with Cray on that. Like, if I have something that goes down, even though we're playing all weekend long, I mean, since I've bought this EMEC, knock on wood, that EMEC has not gone down and given me any problems.
right.
But
yeah, those are super reliable.
I love that gun. I'm
But
telling you.
it's funny because I have all of the old egos coming in like within the last like 6 months. It's just been ego after ego after ego with blown solenoids and this
Really?
and that, and it's just so expensive. And Planet has like no parts.
Really?
Like at least in my personal experience, Empire has been the most reliable because you can get a solenoid for those for
Not
$30
those sniper
online.
pumps.
No, more
I'm
like
about ready to choke my pump.
the axes. We had like an original axe that we sent it into GI, and GI ended up, just comping the whole thing. And this was an original axe, so they, at least with the customer service, they kind of took care of them. But
Okay.
I had a guy with an invert mini come in, and he had him played since who knows, and put a battery in it, aired right up, no problem.
I still have,
but
my
I think
invert
it's
mini, too.
so yeah, I think it's kind of what everyone, the Egos are amazing guns, and Planet Eclipse is obviously amazing, and I think the Empire kind of has like a weird rep. People either hate it or love. I mean, it's paintball. It's like cars. People hate it or love it. You're either a BMW guy or you're a Mercedes guy or an Audi. Right. Like, it's it doesn't matter how cool your gun is. If it's Empire, if it's Planet, or especially Die, someone's gonna hate it.
So also, you guys, listen,
Right.
as new players, or how do I say this? People that don't take care of their guns. Like a lot of times what happens is when GI has a booth, I'll be there hanging out, talking with, hanging out with the techs and everything like that. And then somebody will come by maybe with 25 guns out of their garage and drop them off and say, here, I'll pick them up after the game.
No.
Yeah. And I didn't know what was happening. Like, when was it, like 2015? And I know the same text, and I go, so that when it happened again, they told me what happened. I tell the players, maybe drop off 2 guns, but this is not, we're not responsible for your bad behavior. You know
Send a pro shop either.
Right. Exactly. So they actually, so they instituted a lot of rules about that because the techs were just like nice guys, and they're like, okay, like this. And I said, not okay. This is not really cool. You can't, I mean, just like, so yeah, so I'm telling you guys, clean your gun, take care of your guns, get to know your guns. Go check out what all the videos that Roy does on ANS Gear. There's probably a video for your gun or something like that. But also, you guys, listen, if you're just starting out, get something easy. But that's not people want something cool looking. Like they're thinking that this like mag-fed gun is going to shoot faster, better, stronger than a speedball gun. And,
oh man, that's the main question I get. Does this shoot harder than this?
No, it doesn't.
Oh man,
it doesn't.
I promise. My EMEC flies when it shoots balls. It shoots the same distance at 280 feet per second. And if anything, I could shoot faster with my EMEC hair trigger valve than you can with whatever you have, or just as fast. So
well, because it's all 280 feet per second.
Right.
If this gun's 280 and this gun's 280, it's the same thing. Though, I would like to say, now that I'm thinking about it, when I first started out, I knew my gun. I knew my guns in and out, which I do now, but I did do maintenance. I've been thinking about it since we brought it up. I'm like, yeah, I had the Ion XE as my first gun. Mine came out the back. I didn't have to take apart the butt.
I didn't.
This was my first Ion, and it still runs.
I think I got one of those somewhere.
My best friend was a field manager at the field. By the way, happy birthday, Shadow.
Happy birthday!
He taught me how to tech the Smart Parts Ion and Tipmans, and that's where it all
What's up,
started.
Jordan?
I was like 19. I
did.
still have it to this day. It sits on my desk and it still shoots.
That's
Okay.
so awesome.
So
And
you
you
guys,
have
Mine
the drop
doesn't.
forward. I
I
had a
do.
drop forward.
I do have a drop forward on it.
okay, so you listen, hey, listen. So you new players out there, again, you don't need to drop a lot of money. In fact, you could probably go on Amazon and whatever, which I kind of wouldn't really recommend.
I wouldn't recommend Amazon.
Because some people are just getting rid of their garbage, and then you're buying their garbage, right? So actually,
Yeah,
go
and
to a pro
Empire
shop.
doesn't fix broken guns anymore.
Okay, there you go. Go to a pro shop, go to a brick and mortar, go someplace where you can actually help out the community as well, and go in there and say, what can I, do? And then hopefully someone like Jake is not going to go, oh, here's a sucker. Here's $1,500 gun.
Go to a local field and pro shop.
Yeah,
No.
and
Craig, I'm
don't
gonna fix your Empire gun next time I
and
see you. I'm gonna fix it.
avoid Craig's
It's always in
Craigslist
my
and
gear bag.
Okay.
It's always
And here's the other thing, you guys. Here's the other thing too, is that some of these times when I don't know if you guys do this, Jake, but some pro shop or some brick and mortars, I think they offer lifetime as long as you own the gun, right? So if something really goes, some do, right?
yeah.
I know out here in Los Angeles we have a lot of that, but you guys sometimes basically they'll basically tech your gun, and that doesn't mean that you should learn how to tech it yourself, but it's kind of like a nice fallback just in case something happens. The worst thing, again, that you can happen is when you go to a park and you're just like you're giving your gun to somebody else. I don't know. No, nobody wants to see that. You're not going to make any friends.
Right.
Yeah. You have to be able to work on your own gun. It doesn't look cool.
Come on. So
it doesn't look cool when someone else is working on your gun.
Exactly. That's right. That's like,
it looks cool when you pop the bolt out.
Right.
Nice. Hey, Ryan Harris from North Carolina. What's going on, brother, man? Okay. So, all right. So, Jake, did we cover all the bases on that?
Yes.
Okay. So I got a question for you guys. So again, a new player comes to you and says, I've heard of all these like rifled barrels, and I've heard of Apex barrels, and I've heard of all these different things that I can put on my gun to shoot better or whatever else. Is a rifled? Is a ceramic barrel? Is a Hitman barrel? Are these going to make a difference?
I think the most important thing that you can learn how to do when it comes to barrels is bore sizing. That is super important, because if you play anywhere where there's massive temperature changes, I mean, I'm telling you, Texas has two seasons, hot and hotter. But I mean, when you have temperature change, like radical temperature changes within a matter of a couple hours, balls swell and they will change sizes. So, I have a lot of immature paintball friends, but paintballs change sizes.
They're always swinging from the right and to the left.
They are.
Oh, Craig. I don't know. I think you're talking about a church bell, right? Is that what you're talking about? Church bells?
Yeah.
Just shake your head. Yes, Emily. Just like, yes.
Yeah. Church bells.
But okay. I think the most important thing.
I cannot tell a lie.
Okay. All right. So yes.
Bore sizing. If you do not know how to do bore sizing, I mean, the best thing to do, like I use my freak set. You just put the insert in there, you put the paintball in there, and if it makes a soft pop, that's what you want. You want it to hug. You want that insert to hug the barrel or the ball, but you want it to be able to, like immature paintball friends, but basically put the insert to your mouth and blow.
I know.
If it makes the soft pop. Like,
this is getting weird.
No. It's only getting weird if you guys go there. Come on, no. I'm with you because I'm about to introduce something else to this conversation. So go ahead.
If you want to hear that soft pop, and this is something you could Google on YouTube, but bore sizing is super important, and it's not just for like the freak barrels. You can do that with any paintball barrel. I mean, look, I've probably got 3 or 4 barrels per gun that I have. And you want to be able to make sure that you have that accurate size down.
Right.
One of two things is going to happen. You're either going to chop that ball or it's going to roll straight out your barrel. And you don't want that.
And you guys, listen, you guys, I again, we're doing this for people that don't understand anything. That's what we're calling the basic show. But there is even though it's 68 caliber, there is actually size difference. There might be 68.5, 68.8, and they actually make a little sizer you can carry with you to push the ball through to see if that's actually going to happen. And here's the other thing that's kind of cool. That's exactly what I have. I have the sizer. But here's the thing, you guys, too.
Same thing.
Okay. So they make a thing called a free kit. So basically what a free kit is, I've got it in actually 2 of my barrels have their board out for that. So basically what a free kit is there inserts you put in the back to actually tighten or to fit the size of the ball kind of thing. So yes, to the new players, there are a little bit of advantages that you can use to actually, if the ball is tighter in the barrel kind of thing, maybe you have a pump. I played against the Hitman. I played against a bunch of people who I'm looking through a little slot like this big in a piece of wood and I'm getting knocked in the face, right? They're pump players and they've basically, before they went on the field, they've already measured out the balls. They figured out everything like this. They have a limited amount and they're diddly. So yes, you guys, there is a possibility of that. But again, you guys have to get another, like an older player and say, what is this thing that they were talking about? Freak kit, freak barrels. Do I need this kind of thing? Or do I blow on the barrel like, Rambo said? Or yes, these are little tips and tricks.
You did that. You did that.
Yeah, exactly.
I did that.
Dragged.
So anyway, listen, wait. Oh, look who's here. Oh, son of a gun. Look at that. Oh, look at that.
Good evening, everybody. How you doing?
You decided to join us. Well, this is a first. Wolf's never been on my show before, so welcome, Wolf.
One of my tenants had a problem. I went upstairs and she said she couldn't pay her rent. She started taking off my clothes. It was the whole thing. I don't know what happened.
Nice. Listen, I'm not good at reading lips, so you're gonna have to move up closer. Not really.
I'm gonna have to excuse myself from here, but I appreciate everybody.
No.
It was good. It was good meeting you guys.
Bye, Jay.
Thanks.
See you guys later.
Thanks
you.
for helping
So
out, Jake.
loud.
Later.
You talk
Bye.
so
Yeah.
much, too much.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I didn't touch anything.
Bigger.
I didn't touch anything. I think hopefully Wolf will be back. Whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so you guys listen. As far as the freak inserts, do they still sell those?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And
Yeah,
again,
you can even save some money and buy the Freak Mini kit, which that's what I have. I actually need to buy another one because my wife stole my blue insert. But you can get the extended pack, which is like what, $200, or you can get the Freak Mini kit, which is like $100 and only has like 4 inserts, but it's the 4 you use. Let's just be honest.
Exactly right.
It's the 4 you use.
So you guys listen. So I mean, if a new player was going to say, "Hey, that sounds cool," would you suggest that they get it right away, or let them play for a year, or kind of like understand our game?
I would do it at your own pace. I mean,
Bore
sizing isn't a newbie skill, and it's not an advanced skill. It's kind of that basic to intermediate. I would get out there and play. You don't absolutely need it, but it does kind of hone your accuracy and hone your air efficiency and all kinds of stuff. So while it's not for the newbie, it's not also, you don't have to wait a whole year playing. Right. It's kind of like play at your own, not your own risk, but play as you get accustomed to things.
Let me help sum up what you're thinking. Eventually you notice, and correct me if I'm wrong, but eventually you notice that it should be more accurate. Right. Once that happens, that's when you need to get a better barrel. And I started out with the Deadly Wind.
Right.
Yeah, you're just like, this should be a little bit more. At first, when you start playing, you're like, whoa, it's going where I want it to go. They're dead. You don't notice it. And eventually, you're like,
you start having that awareness of things.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean,
and it also, I think it depends on the gun. So, like my Empire Sniper Pump, I won't put the Freak set on it, but I will put my Deadly Winds on it, and I absolutely love it. Yes,
that's what I was just going to say. I love Deadly Winds too.
You're going to see that certain things work for your gun while certain things don't. So, it's a lot of trial and error, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay. So, what was the parabolic barrels? You know who I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So he's like a scientist. He's in the community here in LA, a paintball player, but he's got his own brand of barrels and everything like that. And he's convincing me and everybody else that yes, he's done all the math, he toned them properly, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know. I mean, if it's worth it, you guys have to tell me. I don't know.
Tell him to send me and Cray Cray a barrel, and
I was just gonna say I've never played with one. I don't know.
I've never played with one either, but I am down.
All right.
To test
Okay.
it out.
You know what?
Griffin,
I'll hit him up.
Griffin, we need some barrels. Barrels.
Okay. So here's the other thing, though. You guys, Rambo, you use MagFed, right?
I'm not a huge MagFed player. I do have a MagFed gun, but
We're space gun people.
we're space gun people. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Nice. Okay. So obviously I'm MagFed. And so on my pistols, I actually have rifled barrels. They're from Lapco. And my guns are set up for first strike rounds. So my pistols actually do first strike rounds with rifled barrels. Now, do you guys think, because I do, that there's an advantage that I have because these actually will spin? You know what I'm saying?
So the first strike rounds will travel farther because they're spiraled. Even in a pistol, they'll go a little farther. I don't know if Wolf shoots first strike rounds. I'm sure he does, but
Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
Oh, that's so much better.
No, can't hear you. Sorry.
No. Okay, let me try again. Sorry.
Get away! Stop it! Stop it!
Just kidding.
But as far as the first strike rounds, they do travel.
They go faster. Let's just cut the bullshit. They go faster. Okay. They go farther. You know when you're hit. Every time you're hit with one, you're like,
you can hear them whiz by your head.
Yeah.
Oh, and it whistles. It's like
it does whistle.
Yeah. Actually, I'll tell you, Wolf, stop it. I can say Wolf and I we played in Mexico. We played in Mexico together, and actually in Mexico there is no FPS, there is no rules, there is nothing, and you and then the first strike rounds go like this: "Fuck you, when they're going by your head, like because they're going by. There's no FPS, so they're just going by like this amazing race. But anyway, what I'm saying though is that for the first time players out there, this is a basic show. Yes, don't take your FPS. I mean, don't take your first strikes and dump them into your hopper. That's not going to work. Okay,
that's not going to work.
That's not going to work.
No,
okay.
Go actually for those first strike players. Go ahead and do that.
Because exactly. Just do that.
Fuck you. Just put the first strike rounds in your hopper.
But the other thing too is, you guys, with the first strike, again, I use a rifled barrel with my pistols, and I do see a difference with the first strike rounds with the rifled barrels because they're fitting tightly in there, and it's actually a spiral barrel when it goes through. So yeah, you guys, for first time players out there, there is those kind of advantages. But you know what? Don't even think about that yet. Just get to know your gun. Have a great time with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't go again. Okay, yes, you're a rental player.
You should not have to be worried about all that fancy stuff if you're a first-time player.
Right. Okay. Right. So listen, you're a first-time player. You're going out there, and yes, it can be sometimes like when you go bowling and you're using the bad shoes and the bad ball and the things going all over the place. Yeah, the rental guns sometimes do that. Where they're choo. Get up closer. It's you. It's not the gun. That's what I always tell people. You know what I'm saying? You've got to be the mechanism to get there. Don't go, this isn't working, and this is like this kind of thing.
See, when I first started playing,
comparison yet. You have no basis. You don't know that gun's not shooting right yet. You're literally just learning how to run. You're learning how to get to the bunker. You're learning when to pop out, when to not. You're learning how to take a shot.
Yeah, you're not worried about bore sizing and rifling, although all those things help, and rifling absolutely does help, but you're not worried about all that stuff as a basic player or newer player. So
nice.
I have never bore sized a paintball in my entire career.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So I've never tried it. I've never put in inserts or any of that stuff.
So let me ask you.
Have you ever gone?
Oh my god.
Well, in my personal life, maybe.
Show how it goes.
Have you ever made it make a soft sound when you did that? Soft sound.
As long as I've known Wolf.
Soft pop. Yes.
As long as I've known Wolf, I don't know if I've ever seen him shoot anything that is considered less than tactical, aka space guns or mechanical. Like the EMEC or whatever. The first time I played with Wolf was at tactical, and he's always been very dredged out, tactical out. So.
Okay, so Wolf, we're basically what we're talking about is the basics for the new player, like someone that doesn't know anything. We touched on a lot of different things before you got here, obviously, but one of the ones we're talking about now is the guns and the barrels and that type of thing. When somebody comes up to you and they see your upside down hopper, you're a die down with your with your box mag, Yes, there's a big controversy in the MagFed world about that. But anyway, what I'm saying is that when kids come up to you and
Only
they
if
say,
you don't have a life.
yes, if the kids come up to you and they say, hey, what is this? What is that? What do you usually tell kids to buy?
I say it depends on the type of game you want to play. I mean, like if you want to play strictly in the woods, I have two go-tos for your first paintball gun. One is Tippmann A5. If you want that tactical look, the other is an Empire X. And I'm saying those are like two of the most basic
Pretty
things
much
you
what
can
we
get.
said.
Oh, really? Okay. So yeah, those are two of the basic ones. And I actually made videos on this on YouTube, and people are like, "But hey, you're sponsored by Dye. You should be saying Dye this and Dye that." But no, that's not how I work. I always tell the truth, and I'm like, if you want basic, easy, good price, and you're not sure if you're going to do this as a full-time gig, just go with Tippmann A5, Empire Axe. Very easy to fix, very easy to use. Basics. Turn it on, go pew pew pew. Turn it off. Clean it once every few months.
Okay,
And
cool.
you don't have to get. And my number one rule is it's never the gun; it's the person behind the gun that counts.
Right.
And it's like, don't be intimidated by all these guys showing up with $2,000 guns and custom-made ghillie suits and yada 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 on all the swag. Don't worry about that. As soon as you get into the field, it's an equal playing field. We're all good to go. Don't worry about all the cute stuff. Nice. I mean, I'm cute. Worry about me, but I thought everyone else don't worry about.
Nice. Okay, cool. All right.
But
so,
yeah, another thing. Sorry, my first gun. A lot of people don't understand. My first gun I bought in 97 was a Piranha pump gun that I bought in a pawn shop that always leaked, and nobody in the paintball field knew how to fix it, and there was no such thing as YouTube to look up how to fix it. Yeah. Didn't come with an instruction manual, so I had to learn how to play for my first half a year with a leaking gun at all games. So I'd have to run out, play before the gun ran out of air, and get back in time before it ran out.
Nice.
I didn't get fancy till far down the line.
Okay. All right. So you guys, listen, we covered a lot. Tell me something, Joseph. We got some other things on the agenda. What do we got?
I think we've pretty much covered everything, to be honest with you.
Oh, it looks like I'm just on time.
I think you are. We've only been on for like an hour and 20 minutes. Hour and 20 minutes, Wolf.
Sorry, I had to go. One of my tenants had a problem in her apartment. Then she said, I can't pay my rent. And then she started taking my top off. It was a whole thing. I'm sorry.
No. All right, cool. Okay, so a new player comes to a paintball event, like a scenario event. Dude, you've been quarantined too long. Like, so you got to get out.
He just played last weekend. I saw. So
okay.
Yeah,
that
was fun.
All right.
Felt good.
So a new player comes to a park. Let's just kind of recap here. We want them not to be shy. We want them to go talk to the generals or the whoever else is basically in charge and say, how can I get involved? What can I do? Kind of thing. We want the XOs and generals to actually get involved in the game and like maybe start promoting 4 months out, 5 months out, and getting everybody together to kind of say, hey, this is what our game's about. This is what we're doing. And so when they come to the game, people are already like, oh yeah, I know you, and I want to play for you. It's all great, kind of thing. So again, we want players not to be shy. We want them to actually. Jake was saying for them to be aggressive. We want them to go out there.
Aggressive. Be aggressive.
I always think that every time. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. You had to say it. You had to say it.
Well, he was supposed to be on tonight, so that's for her.
We've got
my number one thing whenever, especially if I'm generaling a game, and I'll see like the new people out there, and they get a little intimidated, and they're seeing hundreds of guys running around, and certain people have missions, and certain people just want to go out and shoot. And I'll see, people's rental guns coming on. I'll say, hey, do you guys want something to do, or do you want to? Or I'll match them up with an experienced team or player that will take care of them in the field, so they don't go out and get destroyed and don't want to play anymore. You know what I mean? Like I'll say, okay, if I'm a general, see those guys in a blue shirt? That's Blues Crew. hang out with them and they'll show you what to do. Or see that crazy lady with the long but now short hair? That's Cray Cray. She can show you how to play this game. Or,
Right.
you know, like Rambo or anyone else, like if I see experienced players, I'll try and point them in that direction.
Right.
And so the new players can join them and not be too intimidated by the game and enjoy themselves.
I like it. I agree with you 100%. And so, again, you guys, if you're a new player watching the show, again, as we were saying, is that a lot of us have holes in our.
Oh, what are you eating?
What?
Reese's peanut butter cup.
Dude, you're supposed to eat the edges off first, right? You're supposed to eat the
No,
edges off first, and then
you
go
eat
for
it in half, and then you bite the side, and then you bite the other side, and then you bite the middle and eat the rest. See, that's my dude.
The way
That's
she
my
eats.
dude.
Yeah, that's the way I
Okay. So anyway, you guys listen. So you're a new player. We're learning about pod balls in the pod distribution. We learned that from Ryan Sexton, where you can actually,
up.
yeah, we can shake
the
the
balls where?
pod. And
How does it go?
How's
wait a
it going?
minute. I'm sorry. Did I say so? Oh, exactly. Is that right?
Do you
Is that
shoot
right?
it through the barrel?
Exactly. Am I doing it correctly? There
I'm
you go.
gonna hear that one for a long time now.
All right. So we have that. We
Make
put
sure you
never
lube it
gonna
up
hear the
first,
end of
baby.
it.
Lube it
Okay.
up first.
I'm just gonna go for it. You put your balls in the pod and you shake them up. All right, there you go. How's that?
Shake
and then
and
you
make.
take the barrel and you blow softly until you hear a pop. Yes. Okay, I got it. Thank you very much. All right. There you go. Fantastic. Good job, Joseph and Craig.
Yeah, I so hope my wife's not watching
All
right
right,
now.
cool. And then, hey, and I wear a kilt traditionally. Yay! Now we've gone full
Wait,
circle.
and you don't wear underwear under it.
I don't wear underwear.
Yay!
Yes, exactly. A full circle on this whole show. Okay, cool. Anyway, so yeah, Ryan Sexton told us if you actually put your balls in the pod and shake them up a bit and lock it down, the pods are actually designed to make the balls fit perfectly in there. So that's a great thing to do too.
Yeah.
We also said that if you're going to buy a gun, maybe go with like the A5 or something like this. Also, again, you guys be aggressive and then don't be shy. Go out and hang out with other people. Get there early and leave late. That's what Ryan Sexton basically said. Hang out with everybody. Learn.
You know, touching base on that, just anybody that's out there in the paintball world, I can tell you that I have played with Wolf, I have played with Cray Cray. If you don't, and we said this before, don't be shy. I will personally take you under my wing and I will go out on the field and I will run a mission with you or I will go do whatever. Come find me if I'm at a game and I will take you out on the field and I will show you. If you're a brand new player and you don't know what to do, I will personally take you under my wing and take you out there. I absolutely, I enjoy doing that.
Yeah,
So.
it's nice. Here's one big question I get a lot of new people or fans and stuff asking me is that what's the first thing I should buy in paintball? And a lot of people assume it's a gun and stuff. The first thing I tell people to buy is a good set of goggles.
Right. Yeah.
Something that's not going to fog up, and that's because the most frustrating thing is not being able to see when you get on the field.
And then knee pads.
And then knee pads.
I will never stop talking about knee pads. Never. Never.
Hope is saying is regimental. What's regimental? I guess is the act of all the paintballs fitting into the pod. I guess are we going with that? Regimental? I don't know. Anyway, so
I never use that word.
I've never used it either.
It's just the correct way to pack a pod.
Hope is your teacher. That's why I'm going with Hope. Okay.
Packing
Hope,
pods,
I don't know what a dip.
Hope.
I thought a diphthong had to do with a stripper. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. I don't know what the hell. I don't know any about that. Any of that kind of stuff. So.
I don't wear thongs anymore. That was just to get myself through college.
All right, yeah, okay. That's cool. Speaking of getting yourself through college, we also touched on knee pads, right?
I didn't do that.
So, all right, so
I showed you mine.
Exactly. Okay, and so you're saying, but also Rambo said, Joseph said he uses a medical. What do you tape to roll? What?
Oh, so
I
will pull my old football. I have Under Armour football I don't know what they are.
Oh.
They're basically like men's yoga
Slider
pants, I guess.
shorts.
Slider pants. I will pull those on, and then I will pull like Ace bandages on, like the soft knee braces, and then I'll put my paintball knee pads on.
Okay.
Wow.
So, and the whole point behind that is that they don't cut into the back of my knee pits.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a heavy guy, but I'm not like super skinny at the same time. But you play a
I'm
weekend long
skinny
event.
and it's still
they'll cut
I'm
into
skinny
you.
and it still cuts into my legs. So no.
So
Okay.
I just do that to prevent it from cutting into my legs. Is all.
See, my knee pads go over my pants because it's a whole. It also works with the whole cool tactical looking thing.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
that doesn't
You're
really
a
the whole
GI
digging in
Joe,
thing.
Wolf.
Nice. Yes, Ryan. It is. It is called a skirt here in North America
It
because you
is
guys
not a skirt. It is a
uneducated.
kill.
But if you were in let's say Ireland or Scotland, you would probably be on the ground with no teeth because they would punch you. Because yes. But anyway, no. If you would like to continue calling it a skirt, Ryan Harris, that's fine. That's okay. I know better.
No, I've never seen anyone call a kilt a skirt. Like you got to be really uncultured to say.
Ryan does. Ryan,
Ladies wear skirts and men wear kilts. Basically,
there you go. But Brian from North Carolina, yes, you know how those Ozark Mountain hillbillies are. So exactly. So Ryan, I love you, Ryan. All right, I'll see you in November. Okay, so anyway, you guys listen. We've got the knee pads. We covered the barrels. We covered the first time guns. We covered don't be shy. Get involved in the game. Ask for ask for getting involved. Ask for missions. You know what I'm saying? Do that kind of stuff. As far as the paint is concerned for the new players, right? Let's talk about that really quickly. Paint for the new players. The way that I've always looked at it is you've got the rec ball grade, which is good for me because I do mag fit only, and then you've got the kind that you can just drop and it'll break. Now, a player is going to come and they're going to buy this tournament paint 4-star for their A5, and then all of a sudden it's just like pea soup coming out, right? So I would recommend what? I would recommend.
If you're a new player, get the cheapest fucking paint that they have there. Because most of the time, you're playing in heat, you're playing in humidity. It don't matter how much you spend on your paint. It's all going to.
What is happening to your audio, Cray? Are you using one of those filters? Because you sound like you're under the water. What are you? Cray. Take the can and pull the string tighter. Maybe that's what it is on the soup can. Yeah, exactly. On the soup can, because I'm not here. I can't hear it. You guys, are you telling me?
Should I fuck your can? I think it's her signal.
Okay, something's wrong, but that's what Cray. We'll deal with it. I'm just saying that it just sounds a bit tinty. That's all. It sounds like you went from the 2020s to the 30s. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Race Award. That's what it sounds like. What happened? So I don't know. All right. Anyway, Anyway, I got it. So anyway, okay. So
as a new player, I don't think paint is a huge concern because you're always stuck with what the field's going to let you play with anyway. So I don't think that's a big issue.
I would agree with that. You don't want to, as a brand new rec player, you're walking on. You don't even know what grade of paint you need. I would just go out there with like I said, or like Emily said, the cheapest paint possible. You don't need fancy high-end pro tournament grade at $85 a case when you can get $45 or $50 a case. Whatever the cost is at the field. You don't need all that fancy stuff. 9 times out of 10, you're probably getting a rental marker anyway. So
yeah,
what are you going to shoot tournament grade out of a Tipman rental for? You know what I mean?
Okay.
So,
all right. So,
I mean, unless it's a first strike, but you're not going to use that with renters anyways, right?
Right.
It's not a big thing.
Okay. So the other thing too is, you guys, is Wolf had mentioned a mask. My big thing is protection, and you should learn from us.
You got to mute your mic when you're drinking, bro.
I know, dude.
It sounds like you're a vampire swallowing, endeavoring like a human being.
We can just ask that.
Go.
I did not know that my Apple earbuds were that good.
We're going to include that. Cray, we're going to include that in this whole thing of, let me see, the way that you handle your barrel, the way that you blow it softly, and now you can chug. And look at it's amazing.
I can definitely chug.
Dude,
I'm not Irish for no reason.
Dude, you have no gag reflex. That's amazing, right? You're
lots of beer drinking experience. I can definitely chug. Anybody want to challenge me? I'm down.
This is going in a whole different direction, bro.
It's amazing that
you missed a lot.
Okay, fair enough.
It's you know what, Joseph. It must be nice not having a gag reflex. You know what I'm saying? You can just kind of like.
Ooh, that's a good date right there.
There you go. Exactly. So, all right. Listen, maybe we need to do another show just for Joseph and get him.
I was gonna say I am available 1-800
All
Rambo, but my wife's probably watching and she'll kill me.
All right, cool. I got it. Okay. So anyway, you guys listen. So we've got nice. So we've got basically you guys listen. And this is also you guys for the first time player too. A lot of us players learned to protect areas after we got shot in those areas. Like when I first played the very first day, I got shot in the throat. And I said, there's got to be, and they make padding for the throat. They make padding for your, huevos rancheros or the girls that have whatever. Anyway, so they make padding for everything like that. And so I would say for the first time player, I'm always telling the first time player when they come out to get like a bandana or something for their neck. Because the worst thing that's going to happen is if they get whacked and they say, I don't want to play this game anymore. This sucks. And then the mom is like pissed off and the whole soccer. Listen. So if we're going to say anything to first-time players that are watching or mothers or anybody else, fathers who are watching that, just, protect your kid. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
protective gear is important, especially for kids. I mean, they make vests. I don't know who else has made them, but I know Reds used to make like little throat protectors.
Wow, you're one of Reds.
Yeah, I'm going back that far. I think I still have one actually out in my garage somewhere, but I know I used to have a Reds throat protector. I'm sure other paintball companies have made some before in the past, but protective gear. A scarf works too.
What is that called that you have a shemagh?
Yeah.
But honestly, if you're worried about that for your kids, if they're going to start playing, they should start playing like low impact with 50 cal.
Like 50 cal, yeah.
Yeah, I would like, if you're worried about that, then let them start with that and then let them work their way up to 68 cal. And then by that point, they already know what to protect and they're not going to get hurt as much with 50 cal.
All right. I like that. I'll go with that. Okay. So you guys listen. So we've covered a lot of bases here. As far as also as far as purchasing the gun. Oh, nice. Is that your pussy? I'm sorry. Is that your? I said what? I'm sorry. What? What did I say wrong?
I'm just saying her wife might be a little tough.
That's all right. Okay, that's a nice cat. I like it. Okay, so what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that. Okay, what I'm saying is that as far as the kids buying a gun for the first time, we recommend that you do brick and mortar or maybe a pro shop or maybe even someone you trust. Don't go online and buy like maybe from Amazon or something like that because you might be buying someone else's garbage. And a lot of pro shops and a lot of brick and mortar places actually have maybe lifetime service on as long as you own the gun kind of thing. So just do that kind of thing. And again, don't go crazy with the like I've got to get the best looking gun. Look at the guns behind Wolf's head, right? Some kid's gonna go, wow, they all must shoot. No, they all shoot the same. They're all
except for my first strike ones.
Well, yeah, except for first strikes, right?
Yeah. But yeah, it's all the same playing field.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
all right, Joseph. What do we got, man? Did we kind of like cover all the bases that you wanted to do on this roundtable?
I think we covered everything. Honestly,
you're amazing.
Maybe a bit extra.
I like it.
I was just going to say, I think we covered a little bit more than everything.
Oh, really? No, I'm always covering.
I love it when a woman says that.
Yes, no, I'm always covering up more. Anyway, so listen, I got it. Joseph, we got another show coming up, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we do it once a month, or what do you want to do? I don't care.
I say we just do it once a month.
I'm in, brother. I'm in. Okay. So we got September. We got September show coming up. We'll do another roundtable show. Again, it's in Joseph's hands. He's going to get all the participants on, and
does any of the guests want to like plug any of the games they're going to be playing at soon or anything?
Yeah, we can do that. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Look at him. He's like, I have a game to plug. I have a game.
No, I actually don't. I don't know when I'm playing next, but I just want to know what you guys are doing.
Give me a couple of games you're going to be at.
Well, let me look up. I have a whole list on my team page. I know the biggest one that's coming up is going to be Tombstone.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, whoop-hoo!
Tombstone, there's a lot of Oklahoma and Texas and Central players that are going to be going to Tombstone.
And Missouri.
But
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Tombstone a lot. I'm going to get out there probably hopefully Friday morning, but I have a lot of friends that are going to that. I want to tell you to sign up for Seabass because a lot of
That's family right there.
And
that's family.
I was Cowboys for fucking 7 years. The one
And
year
you
that I
picked
went
this
Cowboys
year to go for the Earps.
I know,
Uh,
and I've never played ball, but there was a lot of things in the workings behind that, and I was like, because I was gonna go the other side last year, and I was like, I'll do it next year.
Is that a Viper game?
That is a Viper game.
Okay.
It's also a brigade event, so anybody going to the Tombstone event, you'll get a brigade patch, and there's gonna be a lot of people going there. I have one of my teammates. If you're from the Dallas, Texas area, one of my teammates, I kind of coerced him into learning how to command, and unfortunately, I can't be there to show him the ropes. That's my anniversary weekend, and my wife will kill me. But there's the Hazard Mayhem game at What's Up Paintball that my buddy Wade Martin is kind of coordinating, and he's from Fox's Den, so he's gonna.
Good team.
It's gonna be a great game. I'm unfortunately gonna have to miss it. He keeps teasing me about it, but that's in September 13th and 14th weekend. There's also Stryker is putting on a MagFen event. Conquering Hell 6 is going to be at What's Up at the end of October. It's going to be October the 24th or 25th, I think, weekend. And then we have, if you're from Texas, we have the Grinch game that Sign Pimp is going to be Santa Claus, and he's going to take on the Grinch again. That's going to be at TXR Paintball. Sign Pimp asked me to be his XO, so I will be returning as his XO for that game. And then another game that I'm excited about is going to be at Official Games of Texas. It's going to be the Die Hard game, which is also a brigade event. And I'm going to tell you to sign up for Hertz Donut because he asked me to be his XO, and I got to support my boy. So those are the games that I know about in the general area.
It would be cool if you could play that in a skyscraper.
Yeah, it would be cool. I just want to push a couple of them off the skyscraper, you know. But I really got to try to convince Wolf to come down to some of these Texas games again.
Oh, I love Texas games, brother. But you guys need to clean up your COVID a bit, please. America.
It's not just Texas; it's America. We got.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I'm
America.
over it.
Y'all got to get that under control because
I unfortunately lost a really good friend from my fire family this morning.
Wow, sorry to hear that, brother.
So I'm not gonna lie, I'm over it. My dad contracted it and he survived, and thank God I wasn't ready for that.
Right now.
But I'm over it. I'm ready for this thing to be over, and we just
I hear that.
So. But
listen, we're not supposed to talk about the C word on my show. This is supposed to be uplifting and exciting.
My shameless plug.
I didn't get the memo.
Get the memo?
Right,
No.
okay.
This is show number 82, and we don't talk about because I want people to be excited and happy about our sport. And
let's do that. Okay, so my shameless plug is Crazy Crew will be commanding the Money Python event in November.
I forgot about Monty Python. Oh my God! Yes, November at Black Tree Paintball.
Listen. No.
I forgot. My bad.
Get on your side of the camera.
Who's commanding that one again?
Al, one of my co-captains.
Okay. Might have to go for the other side so I could shoot y'all. So.
We'll meet up in the middle, like what we were talking about earlier. Just find my jersey. It's not hard. Just find the purple people running around.
I love being sneaky. We were playing, I think it was Triple Threat, and Ashley from Fox Squad, she was standing on a bridge in the middle of the night, and I snuck up to her and I barrel tagged her. And she's like, "Who are you? I've got to know who you are."
Who are you? Tell me right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, all
right, Cray, what do we got?
We're doing Tombstone. Crazy Crew will be Law, and we're obviously doing Monte Casino. I mean, this year got spent for events. Like, it was horrible. I've played 2 events. Well, K-ball doesn't count because we just hang out. We don't play very much. So, yeah, I've played 2 events all year, and I had a full calendar. Like,
Before all this, I had something every single month.
I did.
Yeah.
I did also. I printed it out and I put it on the fridge for the wife to know. And then I played Triple Threat, and then it was just like a long pause, and then I played GI Joe and APOC, and that was it. So I'm ready.
Wow.
I'm ready for some paintball in my life.
Well, Wolf, what do we got?
Nothing. I'm just gonna try and take my son out and play with him as much as possible, and because this is the longest break I've had in like 17 years, with the whole C word stuff. So I haven't been able to play with Miles, so I'm just gonna take him out for some walk-on games and get him out as many weekends as I can.
Okay, we've got September. I've got GI Sports versus the World. I want you guys to, if you guys Michigan at the Hell Survivors, amazing. And then in October, I've got Clowns versus Zombies. What's up, Wolf? Are you going to be there?
Working on it.
Okay, cool. We got Clowns versus Zombies at Paintball Explosion. And then we've got North Carolina. Well, it was Fold the Gap, and now it's folded. So it's no longer Fold the Gap. We're calling it something else, but we're going to have an amazing weekend. And we're going to be doing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday games. It's going to be fantastic. So we're still expecting a huge amount of people. We'll be doing a show about that, and that'll be extremely fun. So that's the 3 that I've got. And we got Mexico probably coming up as well. And what else we got? I don't know. We got some other things. But anyway, you guys, listen. Again, thank you very much again for everybody's help and support for doing the show. The show is about you guys, about the community. It's like Rambo here. He contacted me and he said, I got an idea for a show. Can we do this? And I said, of course. So if you guys got an idea for a show, if you guys want to come on, if you guys even maybe a hero that is kind of quiet or something you want to get into, whatever you guys want to do, the show is for you. The show is about you guys, about the community. Just let me know and we'll make it happen.
Have you had Harmony on yet?
We had Harmony on 4 days ago, was it?
Nice.
Maybe, yeah. And then we're going to do another show. We're doing another show coming up to show her, because her birthday was yesterday or today. Yeah. Was it today or yesterday?
I think it might be yesterday.
So we're going to actually have her come on. We're coming back, all the stuff that all these people that donated stuff for her, or, like Damien and Adam and all these people. We're going to be doing a big show about her again. So that's fantastic. So again,
Lovely.
You guys, again, we're here for you guys. Whatever it is, we've done we've done the autism, we've done the alcoholism, we've done anything that starts with an A. We do. No, I'm just joking. We do anything and everything about our community. So we're here for you guys. So just hit me up and we'll take care of it. Okay. So that was it. How was the show? You guys, you liked it? Everything good? It was all good? Good. Thumbs up.
If anybody's interested in being a part of Rambo's Roundtable, just send me a private message. And like I said, Reaper and I are probably going to be doing this every month. We'll pick a different topic every month. So if you're interested, just hit me up. I'm trying to change up my guest stars to keep it fresh, but I have a couple reoccurring guest stars also. So definitely tune in, and if you're interested, send me a message.
I like it. Okay, cool. So here's what I'm going to do, you guys. I'm going to put you guys in the green room for a second. Just give me a second. I'll be right with you guys. And then I'm going to do my little motivational thing and just hang out. You guys, listen, enjoy the chips in the water in the green room. Okay, I'll see you guys in a minute.
There's
done. Hi, guys. How was that? That was pretty cool. All right, let me do my quick little motivational thing here. Check this out. Stay positive. The only difference between a good day and a bad day is your attitude, right? It's your attitude. Whatever it is, it's your attitude. It doesn't matter what happens to you. It's your attitude. Be happy, right? Not everybody can. I got it. And things happen. We heard about this, the corona, all that. I got it. Okay. But it's your attitude. Your attitude is what gets you through the day. So just constantly keep on with a positive, powerful, nice attitude. All right. All right, cool. All right, you guys. I'll see you in a couple days for the next show. See you soon. Bye.